Welcome back to Teshkid Effects for another Harmony One price update, and the current price for Harmony One stands at the $0.17 mark, and according to TradingView the market is up by 1.96%. and what I have on the screen is the daily chart, and from this daily chart I want to give the key expectations that I expect to see play out on this chart, also the key target zones and the key target supports that we need to hold, and the key resistances that we need to break above. So if you are interested in such content, make sure that you stick around till the end of the video, and also make sure that you subscribe to the channel. So Harmony One started seeing higher prices in this Elliott wave pattern, having a wave 5 taking us to an all-time high at around the $0.38 mark. Then from there we started seeing lower prices in this ABC correction, and the ABC correction took us to around the $0.11 mark. That is the target zones that I have down here in these yellow markings. And then from there we have seen a bounce to the upper side, and we are currently trading above the resistance that we had at around the $0.16 mark, and that means that the $0.16 mark has now been turned into support. On this chart you can also see that we have broken above the 20-day MA and also the 50-day MA, and that's a bullish indication that we have bullish momentum in the market, and there's a possibility for us to continue pushing the market higher. And I expected Harmony One, once we see the low for the ABC correction, we should see a wave that can take us to an all-time high, maybe in the Elliott wave pattern that I have here, having a wave 5 taking us to a new high. So that's my first key scenario that I expect to play out on this chart. And at the moment you can see that the price is reacting to the 0.23 fib level. So I expect us, once we break above the 0.23 fib level, maybe have a retest of that zone, and then we can continue pushing the market higher. On this chart I also have an ascending channel that is over here, where the price has been trading within. At some point like 2 days ago we had a breakout to the upper side of the channel, then we had a pull back to the lower side, back to the channel, and we are trading once more within the channel. And soon we might have a breakout to the upper side of the channel, and maybe have a retest of the upper side of the channel and continue pushing the market higher. So that's another key possible scenario which I can say that Harmony One, once we broke above this resistance that we had at the $0.16 mark, I expected it to, once we break above it, have a retest of that zone, and that retest can be seen on the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart you can see that we have a retest of this zone, and once we have a retest we can unlock even higher prices for Harmony One and go to this green target that I have up here, this blue target that I have up here, that is between the $0.21 mark to around the $0.24 mark. And the reason I have that target there is because once you apply the fibs, this target is between the $0.5 mark and the $0.3 mark. So I expect the price of Harmony One to go to around the fib levels, between the fib levels 0.5 and $0.38 mark, 38. And once that happens, maybe we'll be facing this resistance that we have at around the $0.23 mark. And once we manage to break above that, we can continue pushing higher to around the $0.26 mark. And once we reach there, maybe we can have a retest of that zone also, and then continue pushing the market higher. Also having a look on the RSI. On the RSI, on the daily chart, we have room for us to continue pushing the market higher. So we are not yet in the overbought region, so it's not possible for us to have a correction soon. So we might continue pushing higher and go to this blue target that I have here at around the $0.21 mark. So it's possible for us to see a 0.21 Harmony One very soon. The other key scenario that can play out here is that maybe if Bitcoin has another sell-off, it's possible for us to see this market also being affected, and once that happens we can see a pullback to the lower side. And once we lose the support that we have at around the $0.16 mark, we can then maybe have a retest of that zone or continue pushing higher, lower, and we can find support on the 20-day MA or the 50-day MA. And once we lose those supports, it's possible for us to go back to this yellow target that I have down here and maybe hammer into it, or we can just tap on the go to around the $0.11 mark once more and then have a pump that can take us to an all-time high in the Elliott wave chart pattern, having a wave 5 taking us to an all-time high. So for those that placed some buy orders at around the $0.11 mark, by now I know you're up by around 50%, 46%, which is not bad. There's this also bullish indication over here that we are almost having a bullish cross of the 50-day MA and the 20-day MA. So once that crosses, that would mean we might continue seeing higher prices for Harmony 1, and that would support the scenario that I have explained of us going to around the $0.21 mark. So those are the key scenarios that I expect to see on the Harmony 1 chart, and that's all.